Ooh, and it looks like we're live.
Yes, we are.
Yay. Hi, everyone. Oh, that's so exciting. It's working. Oh, perfect. So we're just going to wait a few minutes and try and make sure that everyone who's registered get in, as we've got a few more registered for this event. Perfect. Oh, wow, there's a lot of you. That's exciting. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Could we just ask each of you if you could type in the chat box that you can hear us, please? Can you just say yes and say where you are in the country? That would be great.
Can you all hear us? Yay! That's good. Bournemouth, Poole, Harrogate, Christchurch, London, Southampton, Norfolk. Quite a few from Norfolk. Yeah. Vietnam, like that. Bournemouth, 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 Christchurch. All over, really. Perfect. Right then, shall we all start? Everyone ready?
Yes, let's start it.
Perfect. Right, so I'd just like to say welcome everyone to the official launch of the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Community Map, sponsored by Dutton Gregory Solicitors. My name's Martha and I'm a student here at Bournemouth University, and I'll be leading the launch by saying thank you to aDoddle and If Everyone Cares for trusting us with their brand and helping us to launch and raise awareness for the BCP map. And also thank you very much to the head of department, Professor Augustin, for her support in allowing this event to run. This webinar is our vision for our community. However, to manage your expectations, please be aware that as organisations create their own profiles, there's only limited information currently on the map. We need your help to encourage others to add their profiles to the map. And I'll also say that at the end of the webinar, we have a short Q&A session, as well as some questions, so please put them in the chat box. For the last 2 months, Bournemouth University students from the MSc Marketing Management and Marketing Management Digital degrees have been working alongside Jackie and aDoddle to create a marketing communication plan to launch this platform. However, as many of you will know, around 2 weeks ago, we made the decision in the current climate to change our original plans of an in-person launch event, and from this webinar was created. I'm now going to play you a short video created by some of our students to explain more about who aDoddle are, what BCP will be, and who we are as students. Please enjoy. So, the UK-wide map aDoddle.org received very good reception, even getting a place on the UK Digital Leaders 100 list for potential social impact. Everything they have built has come from feedback and research, and part of that feedback was that people would love to have a map that was focused on their local area. Hence, these localised maps were born. The BCP is the fourth of these area-specific maps to be launched. However, aDoddle has identified 408 areas across the UK. And could you imagine if these were running in the current situation we're all in? The impact that these local resources could give to the community day to day is immense. However, especially so with what it could give right now. I'm now going to show you a video created by some of my fellow students talking about Oscar, aDoddle's mascot, about the benefits of the map, followed by some of our students talking live about our journey through the project and what they believe the map can give to this local community. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Oscar. Nice to meet you. I know it's the first time I see each other, but can you please take a few moments just to answer some of my questions? Thank you.
Hello, Oscar. I'm listening.
Well, so are you interested in any charity activities?
Oh, sure, definitely. As an international student, but also my friends are excited to be a part of the Bournemouth community, to experience more, to meet new people, and to support people who really in need.
So, are you a member of any charity community now?
No, actually, I would love to, but it's kind of difficult for me to find reliable channels to catch up with news, information about charities here in Bournemouth.
Okay, then let me show you this video. You may start your concern after this.
Okay, thank you.
Hi Oscar, thanks so much for asking me about aDoddle and the area-based community maps, so the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole one. For us, it was so important that people were able to find information in their local area and community, the places where they could either get help and support, go and volunteer or connect with others. There are so many stories in the news every day, and especially at the moment, about people who are struggling, about people who need help and support. And at the same time, there are amazing organisations and groups of people who are doing incredible things to support their community. But if you don't know what's out there, how do you find them? How do you know either where you can go and help or where you can get that help? So to us, community maps seemed the logical answer. Let's make it as easy to find those places as it is to find a hotel or restaurant on Google Maps. What do you think? Good idea? A little bit further on, I'm going to talk you through how easy it is to add a charity or community project to the map. How to make the most of your profile. During our research, we discovered that there were 5 key things that people wanted to know about you as an organisation. Who you help, how you help, the difference you make and the help you need, along with how to get in contact with you, and also how to make a donation. So please make the most of your profile. Really tell the story of how you make a difference to people and their lives and what help you need. So why are we unique? Every single element of aDoddle and the area-based community maps has been built based on research and feedback. We looked at why other organisations who tried community mapping had failed. One of the key things was that people said they'd go and find information and then discover it was out of date or inaccurate. So we have a unique traffic light system. If a pinpoint is green, then it means that the information has been updated in the last 6 months by the organisation. If it's amber or red, then it's 6 to 12 months or over 12 months old, meaning that people looking at the map and looking for information can instantly see how much they can trust what they see. The next thing is that all of the maps are connected. So if a project is added in Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, then it's actually able to be seen on any of the other connected maps. So for example, you could have a relative in Scotland and you might be looking for help and support for them. You'll be able to navigate to Scotland on the same map and see what's there. It's a really useful thing. In the long run, the more organisations that are added to the map, it will actually help to see where there are gaps in provision, meaning that priority can be given to those areas that need help and support. There are many other benefits, too many in this short video, but please ask questions, take time to add your project, and let's help create more connected, stronger, more empowered communities. It's literally one click at a time. Thanks for your questions.
It's true, Oscar. This would help me out a lot. I think that I'm not the only one who would like to join BCP, but I will introduce my friends, my colleagues. I hope that many charities and businesses would also join this map, so people can be helped by charities like this.
It is better together, right?
Yeah, it is better together, always.
Right, thank you very much to Trang and her group for that video. I'm now going to introduce you to my colleague Rashish, who will start off our presentation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rashish, and I'm here to ask a question to each one of you which came to my mind when I first heard about BCP Map. Why not just use Google? I know we are so used to search anything on Google whenever we think of finding any information. However, when we are looking for a restaurant or a hotel, Google can be used, and honestly, it's a great tool, but it needs to be paid if businesses want to be listed in top search when a user search any information on Google. Sadly, Google cannot help finding your local charities, community projects, and other local businesses which cannot pay enough money to Google so that they can be in top search results. Now, this is where aDoddle and students of Bournemouth University brings BCP into the picture. Your local community map for Bournemouth, Christchurch, and Poole area. It is free to use with equal opportunity for everyone to register on BCP and to be listed in results when anyone searches for your business or charity organization. Information on BCP map is entered by members of Bournemouth, Christchurch, and Poole area. So we can definitely trust that information on local charities, volunteering opportunities, and connecting people who need help to people who can help, as no any other tool will know the area more than the members of the community itself. BCP also uses a unique traffic light system, which will be explained by my colleague Martha in a while, which will give you more insights on BCP. So I hope you all have a fair understanding now on how BCP is the best place for members of Bournemouth, Christchurch, and Poole area to look for any information compared to any other tool. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rashish. So the feedback from the aDoddle users that I previously mentioned is what created these localized platforms. It's what's allowed these platforms to be so unique, as well as making them more accessible and user-friendly. However, the first of these features would be, of course, the map, the one you see when you log in. This allows you to effortlessly see how far away the help is that you need when you need it. And these results aren't just listed. This, with the localization of the BCP map, creates a personalized asset for our community. However, as we know, there are many charities out there that deal with more vulnerable issues, and having your location live to the public isn't something that is reasonable. BCP and aDoddle allow the charities to have their location either on or off, or just have it in a general area, hopefully solving these issues. The next of these features that's been mentioned previously is the traffic light system. The 3 pinpoints, as explained earlier, allow you to see how recently a charity has updated their profile. This transparency helps create trust, so you know not only the information is correct, but also when you reach out to a charity that there will be someone on the other end. aDoddle always like to be a step ahead, and they're actually looking into creating a special pinpoint for specific events like the one we're currently in, or possibly thinking a few months ago with the flooding. It will allow people to get help when they need it now, allowing the feature to be more dynamic. Another huge bonus to aDoddle and BCP is the diversity. They don't focus on any one sector of charities or organisations, meaning that when you need help, hopefully the place that you will be able to look is BCP, because everything will be there. I'm going to hand you over now to my colleague Pedro.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pedro, and I will be presenting to you the part about SWOT analysis and Pesto Analysis. So, BCP and aDoddle have many strengths. All organizations add their own profiles. Information can be easily kept up to date, and they add their charity number. Information is shared in a way that is convenient to use in a well-displayed format, and to top that, it's totally free to use. Awareness of these charity and community organizations is often very low as there is little publicity for them, so aDoddle helps them to raise their profile and increases their opportunity for them to be found. The BCP is connected to partner organizations and sponsors such as Bournemouth University and Dutton Gregory, and these partners have existing connections within the community, and it will help to raise the profile of the map, and this then creates benefits to the charities and the wider community. And of course, there are some threats like direct and indirect competitors and decrease in events and funding due to Brexit and coronavirus. And now moving to the Pesto Analysis, it is clear that Brexit has a strong influence in this section, as you can see. Politically, it decreases the workforce. Economically, it generates some uncertainty. Socially, it reduces partnerships between EU NGOs and organizations from the UK. Technologically, it increases awareness of the map, the charities, the opportunities for the community, and resources available to them. And there are also a wider range of social platforms available, such as Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Legally, organizations add their own profiles. They are choosing which data to use, which reduces potential data threats. And environmentally, for example, the present coronavirus is leaving people struggling to either find help and support or where they can volunteer to help those most vulnerable in the community, and BCP and aDoddle helps to give them easy access to this information. And now I'll leave you with my colleague Mustika.
Apologies about that. It seems like Mustika's still got her microphone turned off.
Sorry, good morning everyone. Myself Mautika. I'm from the agency We Connect. Now, I'm going to show you how BCP can help charities, communities, business, and partners. The first is charities. BCP will increase the visibility of local charities and community projects. Some local charities are not easy to notice. With the help of BCP and aDoddle, the community organizations can be found regardless of their size. At the same time, we will add the charity brochure to our page, not only to see other local organizations by promoting collaboration, but also to encourage volunteers or local enterprises to provide support. And the next is community. BCP maps are a place to help everyone find the help they need, the opportunity for volunteers or connect with others by setting up the signpost for those who want to help. In addition, BCP maps are free to use 24/7. It's easy to find, collect, give, and support. Now I want to discuss about our partner organization. The key community organization raise awareness of the map in this area, support beneficial resource, highlight local needs, opportunities, and priorities, and share activities of the partners. The above 5 points represents BCP commitment to clearly add all partner information to their website so that all users know which partner BCP has. Now I would like to move to business. Local business sponsor area based maps that help enhance corporate image and connect with the community, as well as customer loyalty and employee morale. Research clearly shows that many people and business are proud to take action and make things happen. aDoddle is a project that can benefit every town, city, and country by making hidden emergency services visible, by linking volunteers with projects and projects to support those who need help. Thank you for listening, and I would like to give my presentation to Turin.
Hello, I'm Tutu. I would like to present the benefits of BCP Map for students and academics. Let's see how BCP Map benefits for students. First of all, BCP is where students could have opportunities to volunteer, help, and contribute to society. As being part of the community, students are able to learn new skills, empower people, as well as helping new charities to create a compelling profile on BCP Map. Furthermore, by having an opportunity for students to work on a research for charities, it not only helps students to gain work experience, but also an addition on student CV. And the most important thing is that students can always seek support and help through BCP for themselves or their relatives. And now, let's move to the benefits of BCP for academics. First, academics are able to build a partnership with BCP and create real-life assignments for students. Second, it inspires others and provides knowledge through the BCP. Third, it's a wonderful chance to build a strong BU community, as academics have a greater community feel and access to students, which help vulnerable people during the challenging times. Finally, by having the strong BCP community, academics can easily utilize their ability and knowledge to support their local charities and assist in the following of others. And now you can see how students and academics benefit from BCP. Please, back to Martha.
Thank you very much to all of the students for their input. I'm now going to show you a video made by Jackie. This specifically is showing charities just how easy it is to add your profile to the map. Enjoy.
Adding your charity or community organisation to aDoddle.org or any of the connected area-based community maps is really easy. Just go to aDoddle.org, click Add to the Map, and this will take you to a page which is a simple form. Just fill in the basics, your project's name, what type it is, charity, community project or group. Choose the categories you want to go under. Is it free, low cost? Choose as many that apply to your organisation. Then think about how people are going to search for you. Again, choose as many as you want. You must choose at least one type of contact that people can have so they can get in contact with you, obviously. Once you've chosen one, you can click on it and you can collect another one. We recommend that you add your social media, and if you've got a donation page, link to that, email address, as many as you like. You can then add your logo, and then it's to your location. Add in a postcode. You can choose to hide this address from the public if you're a very small organisation that doesn't want to give out your actual address and show you're just working in an area. Add your name, email address, click if you want the newsletter, accept our terms of service, and this brings you to this page once you've clicked submit. We then recommend that you straight away go and complete your profile. So if you click on here, it'll take you to the dashboard. In the dashboard, you've got a whole host of options. You can personalise and brand your profile, add a header, choose a main colour for it. You can add the story. You can come in and change any of this at any point in time. And when you've finished, click save, and you've got a profile. You've got a page on overview, on what you do, on opportunities for people to volunteer, additional information, and then you've got contact information and everything down the side. You can even have a photo gallery. So please, it's really simple. Add your charity or community organisation today and help people to find you.
Thank you very much, Jackie, for that video. I'm now going to show you a video from Kauthar Cooley, who is our program leader. She has recorded this for us. Please enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Kauthar. I work at Bournemouth University and I'm a principal academic in marketing. I'm leading the marketing communications and brand management unit delivered to postgraduate students. In my teaching, I always championed and use the live case study method because of its tremendous benefits and support to student learning experience. My students have been working on the launch of the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Community Map, or BCP Map. aDoddle.org has very kindly agreed that students take full control of the launch of the BCP map as part of their seminar activities. This means that during this webinar and all the social media campaign, you have seen the students' perceptions of what the BCP community map is. So I would like first to say a big thank you to Mrs. Jackie King, founder of aDoddle.org, for allowing this to happen and for providing our students the opportunity to work on the BCP map. And I would like also to thank all the MSc Marketing Management and MSc Marketing Management Digital students for their hard work and creativity. Also, I would like to thank Professor Marciana Augusti, the head of Marketing, Strategy and Innovation Department, as well as Dr. Ian Jones, the head of External Engagement at Bournemouth University, for supporting this experience. Our students learned a lot, but at the same time, they were able to inspire and to create benefits for the community as a whole. I hope that by joining us for the launch of the BCP map, you are now more aware of the so many benefits this map can have for the charities, the people that need help or want to help, and the university. I think with what's going on in the world right now, it's clear that we are better together. So a big thank you to all of you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for that, Kauther. So before we get into the questions and answering session, I'm just going to thank you all for supporting the launch of the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Community Map. With your help, we can shape our community into a more resilient, collaborative and supportive one. To remind you that there is in the chat, there's a sticky link, which is a short survey, which will help us as students with our coursework. Alongside this, I'm also just about to release a file, and this has links to all of the videos you've seen, as well as other ones as well. If you have time, we very much appreciate your support. Feedback from communities across the country is highlighting at this present time that people are struggling to find information on organisations that provide vital help to our communities. These organisations need volunteers and support that will enable them to continue providing the help and support that they can give. We therefore reiterate our ask again. Please help us to raise awareness of the BCP map and encourage organisations to add their profile. The key 5 pieces of information people want to know are who they help, how they help, the difference they make, the help they need, and how to contact them so they can access help, they can donate or they can volunteer. I'd like again to thank Jackie at aDoddle for the support she's given us and trusting us with her brand and helping them to launch. Without her help, we would have not been able to pull this webinar off. And finally, to Kauther for her guidance, support, and many, many hours of her free time to bring this all together. Our launch is now over. However, Jackie and Rajesh are going to join us live. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them. Or Jackie, if you have anything to say, please feel free to do so as well.
Thank you so much, Martha, and all of the students at BU. You've been absolutely incredible, and as presenters today, superb. I've been watching from the sidelines, and I also want to thank Kauther and the university for helping us, because this has been an incredible experience with each of you, and to Dutton Gregory for sponsoring us. The support you've given us as well has been remarkable. In the background, there have been a number of charities in the local area who have recently added their profiles for us. And I'm just going to show you quickly some of those, just 4. So I've got to press start. Sorry, there, I wasn't prepared. So Wave 105, Cash for Kids, absolutely incredible. They've just launched an appeal at the moment for what's going on at the moment to be able to support children. Please go and take a look at their profile. It's absolutely amazing what they're doing. Then you can see an organisation that if they don't brand it, if they don't put their own colours in, this is how it shows. Random Kindness in Bournemouth, supporting homeless and vulnerable people. Again, another amazing one. Macmillan Caring Locally, providing specialist palliative care within the community. Incredible organisation. And the People First Forum, that gives people with learning disabilities support and opportunities to live the way they choose. I'd also like to acknowledge Maggie's, the profile that you saw in the at the beginning, showing how to add a profile. Again, another incredible organisation. So please, in the next few days, coming weeks, keep coming back to the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole community map. So the BCP is a community map, and see how many other organisations there, and add your organisations as well. I'd like to ask Rashish, are there any questions in the chat box? Can you sort of point me in the right direction so that I can concentrate on giving you answers? Oh,
Of course, and
microphone.
there are a number of questions, and thank you so much everyone for your questions.
So Jackie, one of the first questions is, will there be another physical launch, or is this the only launch for the BCP?
This is the only launch for the BCP. As you can well imagine at the moment, in the background, what we're concentrating on is everything that we can do to help in the current situation. So our time as a group, and can I please say that at this point in time, we are all volunteers ourselves. None of us are paid for any of the work that we're doing with aDoddle and the community maps. We're all volunteers as well. And even as volunteers, we were named on the UK's Digital Leaders 100 list for potential social impact. So no more launches, unless somebody out there wants to be another incredible supporter and sponsor and help us do another one when this crisis is over. That would be great.
Another question which has been iterated a couple of times is the content on the website. How is that going to be checked, as well as a lot of the people signing up? Do they have to make sure that they follow correct procedures?
Okay, so every time, at present, every time an organisation is added to the map, I get a notification. In fact, I get a notification in my inbox every time somebody clicks save. So I'm able to go in, and it's done as a group and as a team at this present time. We're moderating and making sure that the content's okay. At the very beginning, when we first had the idea of creating a community map across the UK, we took advice from DLA Piper and Atos that we should use the eBay model of allowing organisations to put their own information up there, and then creating a way that the public can actually help us to monitor it as well. That's something that will be being developed, but at present it's all done in-house. We're checking. So yes, we do check every profile. Every time an organisation has clicked save, I go in on the last one of their saves and I check what's in a profile. So yes.
Thank you very much. There have been a couple of questions about accessing aDoddle and the BCP map. What would you suggest the best way would be to do this?
The easiest way is it's a very simple URL. It's literally bcp.communitymap.info. So basically, it does what it says on the tin. So it's the Bournemouth Christchurch and Poole community map, and it's the information. So yes, for the localized map, that's it. Also, anybody can go to aDoddle.org and then hone in on the area within their community that they want to look at. All information, what we mean by connected maps, literally, as I said in the video earlier, if a project is added in Scotland, it can be viewed in Cornwall, anywhere else in the country. It works the same with the community maps. Your map may be looking at your particular area, but if you move the map, you can go to anywhere else in the UK and see the information for those as well. So at present, there are lots of little maps and directories across the country. The aim is that by bringing the information together in one place, actually it connects the dots. It makes it very easy. Just like somebody says they want to know something and people go, just Google it. Let's make it that with charities, communities, things within our communities, people go, just aDoddle it. That's our goal in the long run. I hope that helps.
It is aDoddle. There's also someone who possibly arrived a little late, and they were wondering what kind of information can be accessed on the map.
Okay, we encourage organisations that create their profiles to tell at least 5 key things: who they help, how they help, the difference they make, and the help they need, along with their contact information. People not only want to find information about getting help and support, they want to find where they can volunteer, they want to find if they can make a donation. Now, we do ask, please don't put donation requests directly in the text. Put the link to your donation page in the contact section down the side, because then people know it's an official one. It's been, authorized by local giving or one of the other platforms. So it actually helps people to be secure, and it's secure for yourselves as well. Does that help?
Yes. There's also one here with, have you or are you linking with similar organisations in the community, such as the Community Action Network or Live Well Dorset, even possibly the Subu Volunteer Hub?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So we've pulled the launch together for this quite quickly, and our goal is that with every single area map that we connect with, so the other 4 that we've got, the other 3 we've got existing already, we've got partners within the community. So we would love to connect with any of those organisations who've asked those questions. We would love to explore partnering. There's no charge to them to be our partner organisation. They already have local knowledge, local networks can help to raise awareness. So we would love to partner with organisations to help get the word out. Yeah, so please do get in contact with me afterwards. I did put my email address in earlier, and it's on the download file. So please get in contact.
Perfect. There's one here which I think you'll enjoy answering, from Nikki. How can she add her 4 of her visitor centres in 4 different counties?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Just about 6 weeks ago, we made an update to the system because people asked us this. What you can do is you can create one master profile, and then from that master profile, there's a very easy way to create duplicates. So what you do is you upload a little CSV file with just the list of postcodes. So there's a template attached in that section so that it makes it really easy. You upload them and it'll create duplicate profiles for you of each of them. Then when you go in and you update the master, it updates all the duplicates, meaning that it reduces work. You can, with the duplicates, also add extra information if there's something slightly different, and that remains the same even if you update the master. So we're trying to make it really simple for people. As was said earlier, every single element that has been developed and has been put into aDoddle and the area-based community maps has been done based on feedback. So if there's something you notice that we could do better, so for example, Judith from Wave 105, Cash for Kids, we were on the phone last night, said, oh, when it says about hidden address, you need to just change that wording because it sounds as though it's only for organisations maybe that need to be hidden, like maybe Women's Aid or something like that. But we're in a multitude of areas, so that's why we would hide a specific address to show we've got a greater reach. So that will be being done. Usually that type of change would be done instantly, but because we're working on some other really big stuff to help the country at the moment, hopefully to launch on Monday, it will probably be done at the beginning of next week, but we really do listen to everything that everybody says and take it on board.
Thank you very much. Another one here is, how does the site monetize the service to keep the business running?
So at present, every single thing that we have done has been done on a budget of roughly £20,000, believe it or not, and volunteers that are incredible. Our long-term goal is 2 things. One, that we have business sponsors like Dutton Gregory for the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole community map that actually sponsor the maps. That will give us an element of income. 2, we've got a second platform which does exist, but we're not focusing on at the moment. It's called the communitypledge.com. And that's where businesses, our target market is the 4.9 million micro businesses that have 9 or fewer employees that want to be connected to their community and make a difference, but don't have the time or resources. So for an annual membership fee, they can join the community pledge, have a business page on the community pledge map, showing that they're doing it, help to raise their profile in the community, and that will give us an income to run the maps. Our business model, we are set up as a community interest company, and in our articles of association it is that profits are going to be placed back into communities via existing community foundations and trusts. So this is not a profit-making platform that we're doing. This is about helping everybody, whether they're the organizations, people that need help, the local businesses that need to raise their profiles, and then putting any profit back into communities. We really have done it on the basis of supporting more connected, stronger, empowered communities.
Thank you very much. There's one here from David, what is the relevance of OSCAR?
Somebody has typed it in there just now, and because, so Martha, I don't know if you want to say what happened in the event the other week.
So, what about
when you use Menti?
Yes, so OSCAR is the mascot for aDoddle, and a few weeks ago the students all got together and we had a live voting system for what OSCAR should stand for. And in the end, we have chosen OSCAR stands for Opportunities that Support Community Connection and Awareness of Resources. And he stands proud in the aDoddle colours. Unfortunately, the slide that was meant to be here for some reason has corrupted and we can't play it, but that did have his sweet little face on it, and we will be uploading that later on for you all to see.
Fantastic. So a little bit more history about OSCAR. When we first had the idea of creating a community map, the community map was actually, the UK-wide one was called aDoddle, which stood for One Day, One Deed, One World. And because of aDoddle, we had aDoddle as our mascot, and people used to say, yeah, but dodos are extinct. And we used to say, no, we're breathing life back into communities. Then a couple of years ago, I was very lucky that Noel Edmonds was actually very interested in work that we were doing. And I had a couple of meetings with him, and he suggested the name aDoddle. And he said, Jackie, it's exactly what you're doing. He said, I think that that's what you should change it to. So I learned how to do trademarks. And about 15 months ago, we got our official trademark. So it is trademarked to us for 4 categories. And we changed it to aDoddle. And we think he's right, because are you looking for help and support? It's aDoddle. Do you want to volunteer? It's aDoddle. Are you a business that wants to support your community? It's aDoddle. So it just seemed the right thing. So yeah, but that's where OSCAR comes from.
Perfect. There's one here again, which is Leah, who's reiterating her concerns about the regulations, about groups and charities being able to put information up there that hasn't been regulated, and how we would get around that.
Okay, the only information that groups are sharing are what they would share on their Facebook page, on their website that also could be up there. And in fact, the majority of organisations, what they're doing is copying and pasting text that's already in their website. It's not information that's not already out there for people. And so if you look at the top of a profile, if it's a charity, it has to have put in its charity number. So we can check that charity number does exist. If it's a CIC, we can check that. We go in and we double check that there's a website already. It's why we have to have at least one form of way to contact them. So we do our double checking and our due diligence in the background as well. It's not just as simple as they put it there. There's a lot that goes on in the background. Yes, we know that there are always going to be things that we can make better and make the system better. A bit like we were looking just recently at the government digital service. Until 5-6 years ago, the government digital service had 5 websites that people had to go to find information. And sometimes on certain subjects, they might need to go to 3 to find that information. What they decided 5 years ago, that this was resource heavy, and it was costing, I think, 68 million a year to bring this information together. In the last 5 years, they brought that information together in one place. It now only costs 11 million a year to do that. But also they say that it is an ever evolving service. They are listening to feedback and they are updating it based on that. We're doing the same. We just want to bring the information together and be a signposting site that makes it easy for everybody to find the local information. Just think of isolation. It's huge. If people can find community groups, maybe not at this minute because of the situation, they can find community groups to go and connect with that would never have usually had a good web profile. So I hope you can see the benefits outweigh the other, but we are being proactive in making sure that there are not organisations on there that are not relevant and the information up there is accurate. We're doing it in the background. We will improve it in the long run. I hope that answers your question.
Perfect. I'd just also like to say thank you to everyone who's been messaging with suggestions and links and contacts. We will be looking through those afterwards. However, there's one here from Sarah from Breast Cancer Haven asking about how we are promoting to local companies.
I don't quite understand the question. I'd love a little bit more information. So, for example, local businesses say to us that they would love to support their community more. And they don't know the organisations that exist in their community. So it might be that they allow their staff to go and do a day a year volunteering or so many hours, or it might be they're a firm of accountants and they like to choose charities that they can offer to do the accounts for free. And so what happens is that businesses will be able to utilise the map as well to find local charities that are on there, so that they can then connect directly with that organisation. So, for example, one example we had was a business that said, the business owner said, my mother's got dementia, and we'd actually like to support an organisation that supports people with dementia. So they were able to go on the map, they were able to locate an organisation in their area, and they were able to connect with that organisation and do that directly. So there are different ways that businesses want to support. They don't necessarily always want to have been connected or contacted directly by the organisation. So we have heard of some charities and community groups that have been contacted out of the blue by people who want to support them in a way that they would never have had that contact in the future. I hope that's answered it in the way you wanted it.
Hopefully. I can't find any more questions. I may have missed some though. So if you have any more, please put them in the chat box. Just then they pop up at the top. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Jackie, while we wait?
I think there are two key things. So people have said to me, why did I start doing this? And 10 years ago now, I was a trainer helping people who'd been out of work long term due to illness and disability to regain their confidence and then be able to move back into work. And I adored my job. Until one day, a manager told me that a number of my clients were no-hopers. And it still makes me choke to this day because nobody is a no-hoper and everybody deserves help and support in their time of need. But one of the things I'd come across was that time and time again, people who were facing crisis, had they been able to find and access the local support that was available, maybe their situation wouldn't have got so bad. I met people who had lost their homes. I met people where families had split. I met people who had tried to commit suicide. I met people who were so low and isolated that they didn't know where their starting point was. And all we're doing is helping to signpost people to the incredible organisations that are out there that are doing the hard work. So to me, it's really simple and it was a no-brainer. How did we do it? Why is it easier to find a hotel or restaurant on Google Maps than it is to find a local community group? You know, let's just create a level playing field. Every organisation, no matter what their size, has the same size pinpoint, the same ability to put the same information up. We're just levelling the playing field. And the second one was, we started with the idea of just helping people who were in crisis to find help. The more research we did, the more we realised that bringing this information together in one place helps other sectors within the community. It helps people to find volunteering opportunities. People said to us that they'd had bad experiences in the past with volunteering, that they'd gone to apply for something and then they'd be shoehorned into something that didn't quite fit what they wanted. And then they felt guilty for not wanting to do it and saying no. So their reaction was this was another way of coming into volunteering, finding organisations and then being able to connect with the organisation to say, I've got Wednesday afternoons free every week. This is what I'm good at. can I be of assistance to you? So actually on aDoddle and the community and the area-based community maps, we implemented on the 24th of December, actually, the ability for, there's a get in touch button on profiles. So if you click that get in touch button, you get in touch directly with the organization themselves. There are three little tabs. So it's just a general inquiry if you want to know something else, but there's one about volunteering, and you can even put down, you can say, I've got so many hours a week or a month or whatever else, and let the organization know from the beginning what you're offering. So, you know, again, that was from feedback. So from the feedback we got, we realized, and people who were in crisis said, if it was just about crisis, I would feel a stigma going to this website. If I was on a bus, the tube, at home, if my partner could see I'd been to that website, then I wouldn't feel I could go there because of that stigma. So by making it about every element within community, it doesn't matter why you're looking, it means there's no stigma attached. People could be looking for help and support, but people wouldn't know they weren't looking for volunteering. I hope that makes sense.
Perfect. And then there's one here from Judith saying, can we promote this straight away via our networks and social media platforms?
Of course. Yes, definitely. The map went live earlier. In fact, I'm going to see if I can share my screen now. Okay. I'm going to apologize that at the top of the map at the moment, there is lots of writing. We were really lucky. There have been some amazing press releases that have gone out, all from the same press release we sent out. One yesterday made it sound as though the map was already populated. And it isn't. There are some pinpoints there. We need you to add your pinpoints. So scroll past the information that was just put there, but here's the map, it's live. So again, it's bcp.communitymap.info. Martha, could you possibly put that in the chat box, please? So literally you come to the map, you can click on one, let's click on one here. So you've got random kindness that I said to you that just now had been added recently. You've got another one here, Macmillan Caring Locally. You've got another one, AbilityNet Can Help. This is an incredible organisation. They have volunteers to help elderly people who are stuck at home to learn how to use IT so that they can stay connected with the outside world. It's incredible. People First Forum we talked about just now. You've got AbilityNet again, another one. You've got Remap. Oh my goodness, I want to tell you about this organisation. They're incredible. If you have a disability and you need a specialist tool or resource that helps you so that you can be more active within your daily life, but you can't get it, this organisation will help you to make one. I don't know if you can see on this picture, this lady is in a wheelchair and they've created something so she can throw the ball for her dog. I mean, these are things we take for granted every day and we may not have realised that people needed them. So the opportunities of the map are just phenomenal. Please, we do need your help and support to get the word out. And yeah, just to let you know that, that the map's there for the community and for the benefit of the community.
We've got one here and they're talking about, would you ever run commercial ads on BCP? And what kind of businesses would promote themselves?
I think the answer to that is never say never. I think the reason for doing that would be that it brought in an income that went to the charities and the organisations in that local area and not to us as an organisation. It's definitely something that we've got on our list to explore and research to see how that could be done in the future. We haven't looked deeply into it at the moment, purely because our focus has been on getting the maps up and running rather than the income, hence the fact we're all still volunteers. Yes, please let me be really honest. There is a day and a time when I would love to be paid. I don't expect a pat on the back for this, but 6 years ago I sold my home so I could work on this project. And I've used all my savings. So I live, if you looked at my income, people would go, oh, you come in the poverty bracket. I don't say that because of wanting pats on backs, ego checks or whatever else. I am so passionate about the fact that people should have easy access to this information. And it just has to happen. If we had £1 for every time somebody said, doesn't this exist already? Or why isn't it existing already? We would have had this up and running and fully funded a couple of years ago. So, so yes, we would consider it in the future, but we want it to be about the communities. And if it was, the only thoughts we've had is it would be businesses who have signed up to the community pledge, so they got a benefit from it. It would only be businesses that were members to the community pledge. Now, I said we're not using the platform at the moment, but actually the community pledge membership, if you go there, please don't expect it to be really slick. It's good, but it's not perfect yet. Organisations, businesses can go and join it and make a donation. They don't have to pay the actual membership fee, because we know at the moment we're not giving it enough attention to make it effective properly for the businesses at this stage. But if they want to, and then they get a founding member logo they can use for life. But yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Perfect. There's one here from Dee, just mentioning that some of their specific roles they put up actual adverts for, so they get specific people, so they're not upset with their job. And they also reiterating that at the time, face-to-face volunteering and all of that isn't currently available, and we understand that entirely. I'd also like to say I can see John from Dutton Gregory is here, and thank you very much for your support.
Oh, we can't thank you enough. I mean, John, it's just been absolutely incredible, the support. Kate has been amazing. And just to say that actually one of the things with the map, there is also a map embedded on Dutton Gregory's website. So please, go and have a look. That's the ability that we've got, is to actually drop maps anywhere. We've done the code in such a way that they can be added to any website with our permission, of course. We have to give you the code. So Dutton Gregory, thank you so much. It's phenomenal, and we look forward to a long and my brain's gone. You could probably guess the word, long and fruitful relationship with you. And I'm looking forward to coming up and meeting your team once this isolation is all over.
Perfect. I think that's it for questions, unless anyone else has any more. I believe they've all been answered. Okay, so I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of you, to the students at the university, to our presenters that have joined us today for the launch event, to Kautha, to Ian Jones at Bournemouth University, to Dutton Gregory, to every organisation that's already starting putting their profiles on the map, to everybody who's attended today, and to my family, actually, for putting up with me for the fact that I seem to make this my priority a lot of the time. So they bear with me. Sorry, I do apologise for that to my family, but thank you to every single one of you. I'm so grateful, and please get in contact. My email address is in the file that Martha's attached and made available to you. Please, can I also request the survey that Martha's put up a link to in the chat box? Please do take the time to help the students. This is part of their coursework. Let's get the benefit for them and say thank you to them for having done all of this for us. There's one quick last question that's just come through, Jackie.
Okay.
And it's how charities can help donators that undergo problems due to COVID-19.
How charities can help donators. I think that's... I don't know what my answer is to that at the moment. I think social media. I think if you're a charity that is having those problems, please put your profile onto the site. Send me an email with a link to your volunteer page and the donation, and we will share it for you, okay, through our social media as well, to try and raise awareness for you. Give us some ideas of how we can help, because it's not one that I've actually thought of in that moment. So I feel like I'm not giving you a good enough answer, but if we can help you, let's help raise awareness of what you need, because I think many charities at this moment are struggling. I heard last night in a call that I was on that some of the supermarkets and stores that we're usually supporting on a regular basis, they're actually stopping at this point in time because they've obviously got so much else going on. So these charities are struggling right now. You know, support that they've had has been stopped in this moment, and I'm sad to hear that. In fact, I was really sad last night on the call. So let's see how we can work with you to help raise your profile, share it out there. Let's get the message out there to the media that this is happening, and that actually, as charities and organisations, you need that support now so that you can go out and support people, both now, if you're still able to, but also once the restrictions are removed, that you can get back into your roles as quickly as possible and start helping, because there's going to be a cleanup that's needed afterwards for people and communities. So please, let's see how we can do this.
Oh, sorry, one more I think has just come through. We're not a public-facing charity, i.e. only the police and Coast Guard call us out on searches. Is the service still suitable for us, as we rely purely on donations/grants? That's for Dorset Search and Rescue.
Yeah, yes, it is, because I think you do rely on I think, so in, you know, how you help and the difference you make, that's really important. But then whether you need volunteers for going out and doing fundraising, that's really key in the volunteer section, you know, all of that. So I think you are out there, you are providing a service, you are very, very relevant, and people that need your help and support really need it. But to be able to run, you need those donations, you need those volunteers to help you do that. You need support from businesses, whoever, to give you that. So yes, definitely, please put it on there. Otherwise, how do people know you're there and the role that you're doing?
Perfect. Right, well, I think that's everything then.
Okay, so reiterating what I was saying just now, and if any more questions come in, I'll happily answer them offline. But I want to say thank you to the students. I want to say thank you to Coutha and the university, to Dutton Gregory, to my family, oh my goodness, the people I haven't said thank you to. Our IT, a volunteer, is Pete. Oh my goodness. He works full time. He also volunteers for a night shelter for men. He has been with us since late 2015. He has built all of our platforms. This week he is working so that we can hope to roll out these area-based maps a bit quicker than we had intended, to see if we can start. We've got 6 planned for Devon for hopefully next Monday. And he is working in the background so hard. I've got to say a huge thank you to Pete. And then to Debbie, to Sam, to David, to Andy. Just thank you so much. And from the very beginning, when I first had this idea, to Joe and to David, what you did was incredible. You gave me the confidence to do this. And without you, this wouldn't exist now. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, and bye.
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 Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.